Hello and welcome to the first in a 5-part mini-series that will guide you through some techniques that will not only help you produce a higher quality of speech, but will also stop you feeling horrendously nervous and even sick before you give the speech. There are many occasions in our lives where we need to give speeches. They could be at weddings, parties, or even within academic situations, or even within our jobs. So there's no running from them really. At some point you will probably need to give a speech in your life. As a professional presenter and a professional entertainer, I'm in front of large audiences on a regular basis. However, I've not always been confident speaking in front of large audiences. So I've got some great techniques that I've developed over the years to help me get over those fears and to make me feel confident when speaking to people. And I'm going to share them with you within this series. The first technique that I want to share with you today, and it seems so obvious, it's one of those, am I really telling people this moments? But know your material. That's the first step to a confident speech. Know your material. Know what you're going to be talking about. Get a plan, an idea of what you'll be talking about. Find the information that you already have that you're comfortable with and include that within your presentation. Now, people get flustered because they think, oh, I've got to deliver this presentation. I've got to tell people about things that I don't know. And trust me, if you plonked me on a stage somewhere and told me to speak about nuclear differentiation machines or something like that I've got no idea about, I would be nervous too. Now, with the techniques that I'll share with you, you can kind of fluff your way through. I'll probably be able to bluff for a short while, but I'd soon feel nervous. I'd feel the eyes burning into me as I deliver to the nuclear fusion audience, and they realise that I'm not only bluffing, but I'm doing a bad job of it as well. And I would start to feel very nervous, and I would lose confidence quickly. So you really do need to know your material. Know what you're going to be talking about, and focus on the things that you do know. Because there's always that nagging voice in the back of our heads when we give a talk, especially if someone is asked to provide a question that we need to answer. And that is, do I have the answer? Am I just talking gibberish? Well, if you know the subject that you're talking about, you'll be able to answer any question. You'll be able to feel confident about answering those questions, and you'll be able to deliver the information in a way that makes sense, because it makes sense in your head. When you don't know the material, it can be muddled in your brain, or if you've just learned the material, it might not make sense to you. And if it doesn't make sense to you and you try to describe it, it's not going to make sense to anyone else either. And that's where the nervousness and the trepidation feelings really come from, is this feeling of going into uncharted territory. Whereas if you said to anyone in the world that has a strong hobby, say if it's about stamp collecting, because that seems to be the go-to hobby of the world, if you said to a stamp collector, look, I need you to just give a quick presentation about stamp collecting, they wouldn't feel nervous about presenting about stamp collecting. In fact, they'd be able to give more and more information. They'd be able to talk about it probably to everyone in the audience gets bored. But they wouldn't feel nervous because they know their material. So the first thing to do, if you're planning a speech right now, is to think about what things you know, what things you already have a good grasp on that you can bring into the speech. And they're going to act like crutches for you to help hold you up and to help you feel confident. Now, that's not the only technique, of course, to a confident speech. So tune in to the next section of this mini-series, part 2, in order to find out how to take your speech to that next level. Until then, take care. Bye-bye now.